Well, got the engine washed off yesterday I should say, and today I've been cleaning for a few hours. I've got the cover done. I've started on the head. It's been about an hour on the head and I can't find my small wire brushes, but it's coming on. We've already spent about an hour on that alone, and I've got the block done with the cylinder head, of course. It's come pretty good. You can see from that it's well, it's very acceptable, isn't it? Eh? And we're all very tidy. I mean, McLaren F1 would be jealous, wouldn't they? No, I'm joking, but no, it's not bad for what I've got and what I'm using. And the connecting rod is very, very clean. Haven't touched it, no need. And the crankshaft I've done. I've just wire brushed the journals and the thread and the end. I've not touched the mains and the journals because, well, you won't damage them, but just to see. And you can see, I mean, you can actually see, I mean, these little wire brushes, they go right inside there. Best way of doing anything. So that's okay. And the piston as well, that's come very good. Actually, I'm very pleased with that. And you can just see the marks on there where it's run, but nothing at all. I mean, it really is. It's pretty stunning. So it's as good as new. It really is as good as new. Just like you get one. So I'm going to drop that in some hot water because I'm putting the gudgeon pin on. What I'm going to do, and what I'm doing is I'm just doing the bolts as and when I use them. I've done the valve springs. Oh, and by the way, no one spotted it. I did comment, but no one spotted it. If you look at the valve springs, the bottom of the coils are closer together than the top. Now, when this engine was built, I did say it was a Friday afternoon engine, which means it's been rushed and with mistakes, and one of these was upside down. And you can see it on one of the videos, but that was that way up, which of course is wrong. So we'll put those on correctly. And also the collets. Right, I'll just put it on the tripod now and sort it out. And I thought today we'd just do a dry build of the engine, and then you can see, hopefully I can show you exactly how the engine works. So I'm just going to put the valves in, springs, put the piston on the connecting rod, just dry. Normally you'd use lots of oil, and so we'll do that first. I've heated the piston up so the gudgeon pin will go in closer. Oh, and there's one other point. You definitely won't be able to see it. No, I'm sure you won't, but that's the end with in there you can actually see the circlip hole, and the other end hasn't got one, and there is a very slight lip. And that shows the front of the piston, which goes to the front of the engine. And so the gudgeon pin, it has to go in that way, obviously, like that, and it just does slide in. So we put that on, and so that's the front. Coming shot again. We're not really doing very well, are we? Right, that's the front with that little dot there. And the crankshaft goes like that, and that is the front of the engine because it always drives from the back. So it goes on that way round. I'll get right in a minute. That way round. So now I can push this with my hand, literally, because it's hot. That pushes in. There we are. That's how I've done it with my finger. See? So we're just doing a dry build. What we do, we put the piston in the way it goes, which is that way. Yeah, crank goes like that. That's the back of it. Oh, this one, it's the wrong way around, but that is definitely the way because I took the piston out that way. I've had a good look. So I'm just doing a dry build, as I say, so there's no rings on. I put that in like that, and that goes in like that. So the front of the engine must be this side, the lower side. Because the engine's on its side, it's probably the wrong way around. Now, you saw me take it off, so all I'm going to do is put the cap on. And if you remember, you can't get the cap wrong way around because there's a slot one side and not the other. So that goes on like that. Just pop it on like that. And you can see it on there. I'm just putting one bolt in, finger tight, just to hold it on. That's all today. When you build an engine, I should have put that in first. I need to put the bolt in first. Now I've got it. Now, I do things go wrong, not to worry. Right. As I say, we're only doing a dry build, and I thought it might be a more interesting video if I just show you how it works. So we'll put that bolt in there first. That on. There we are. It's now on. Yeah, and I'm just going to tighten that up, finger tight, that's all. Nothing else. No, I won't put it on properly. Everything's been difficult today, for some reason. It's just one of those days. Now the valves, I've cleaned the valves. There we are, look. They're all done, just washed in the paraffin and water and then on the wire brush, and as you can see they're literally as good as new. I'm quite pleased with that. That doesn't need to be very tight. There we are, that's alright. Now I'll just show you the ports. I think I showed you this before, but that's the inlet valve and that's the exhaust valve, and if you look in, and I can't get the light on it, you can just see I've not actually cleaned the exhaust port out. It's that's going to be a little bit difficult to do. I've already, on the head, if you look there, you can see the carbon left on there. I can't get that. I can't find my little wire brush, which is a nuisance, but I will do. And I've already spent about an hour trying to clean this up so far, so we've got a bit of work to do yet. But time isn't the issue, it's we're doing it for fun. So there's your inlet valve with a bigger head than the exhaust valve. And you put that, so that's the inlet one, put that in there. Now, I said it had collets on, but it doesn't. It has a cap with a slot, so that goes on like that, and that goes up like that, and that retains the spring. So it just slots off like that. So the spring goes on with the coils to the bottom, well, or rather to the bottom, that's top. And that goes on like that, but with the engine on its side it's just a bit difficult, you know. I'm telling you wrong again, that goes to the block, right? The narrow coils go to the block, and the problem is this engine's on its side, so it's a bit upside down, if you like. So there we are, that goes like that, and that holds it on like that, and it's under slight pressure, and of course that opens it and shuts your valve again, you see. So I don't know, you must know that. It's not very interesting really.